back to another episode of the Currency Club. I have a very special guest here today. Everybody wants to be a social media influencer, but in this episode, I'm not going to show you, my special guest is going to show you how to make money in a different way by using various social media platforms. If you are a member of the Currency Club and you are subscribed to the channel, you probably remember episode 5. I asked Darius and Mel what is their favorite podcast, and they both said Talks with Tukay. So Darius said something along the lines of, "This is the most hilarious shit you could ever watch or tune into." And Mel said, if you enjoy Jerry Springer type of content, you got to tap in with Tukay. So I went directly to the source. I got Tukay in the building, right? And he is going to talk to you about his very entertaining, but somewhat controversial podcast and social media show.
Thank you for having me. First of all, shout out to the Currency Club. Y'all, I am Tukay, your favorite border unemployed person of the hour. So that's really who I am. I'm unemployed. I be bored half of the time. So I say, hey, man, let me get on the internet and start some mess. It's very entertaining, and that's how I make my bucks.
Your show is messy, right? It's a mix of Jerry Springer. It's a mix of Maury. It's a mix of Steve Wilkos, but with real people. Because back in the day, when we used to watch those shows, I would be like, this is scripted. Where did they find these people? What percentage of this story is true? But I'm knowing 98% of your stuff is true. I mean, there's 3 sides to every story. Every guest got their side. You call yourself an investigative journalist, which I love, because that's really what you do, right? So let's get into it. Talk to the people about Talks with Tukay.
All right, Talks with Tukay is a platform for you, first of all. So if you want to tell your story, you just found out your boyfriend cheating on you, you found out your girlfriend messing with your best friend, and you want to really air that out, I got the platform for you. Now, the requirements for my show is you must have proof. And I like to try to solve the issue. Does that ever happen? Not really. But, I get people on the phone. It's, so it's a conversation. We trying to get down to the bottom, trying to figure out who lying. And that's really what Talks with Tukay is.
Just to give you an idea of some of the topics that Tukay covers, he mentioned some of them, but he does a Messy Monday show. Yeah. He will post bad outfits on the show. He talked about deadbeat dads on the show. He talked about the sugar daddy shakedown. So it's good stuff, y'all. It's good stuff. It's entertaining stuff. But what I want to know is, how do you come up with these stories? Are you really researching the internet and finding messy stuff, or are people submitting stories to you?
Well, now it's both. It used to be me just on the internet looking for drama. And, I'm from a small city, so it's always drama going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Greenville, Mississippi. Shout out to the Ville. I love it there. You have one of the places you don't go to unless you was born, okay? I used to be just searching like, hey, you want to come tell your story? Like, I got the platform. They're like, yeah, come on. And they come on to tell their story. So after a while, it started to grow. Now I'm getting stories like from all over the United States, and like they coming to me now. So like, okay, I want to whoop whoop, and so now I'm compensating people for their stories, and it's a dope experience, man.
I agree. You got to tune in live. So I've been watching the show on Facebook, like Facebook live streams, but then I've also saw your content on YouTube. Can you tell us what platforms your show is available on?
All the above. Twitch, YouTube. Anywhere you can find content is there. Instagram, I got the clips up there. I got clips on TikTok. I'm trying to be everywhere.
Is it technically a podcast, or would you refer to it as a show?
It's just so much action going on. It's entertaining like a show, and you can see it. It's supposed to be a podcast. I like being on camera. I don't know why. You can see my face. But I like being on camera. So that's what really just led me, like, just go ahead and purchase me a nice little camera and go live with it.
Well, I imagine the inbox has to be flooded with people wanting to air out the business, because we are in a generation where everybody is screenshotting everything. Everybody is trying to come with those receipts. Everybody's trying to prove I'm not lying. This is really happening. Like, your baby daddy's a cheater, your baby mama is poor, whatever their situation is, they trying to air out and bring to the light. So how do you determine what stories to actually share?
I'm one with my audience. This show is called Talks with Tukay, but it's really for the people. And like, without the people, the show won't be nothing. Whatever I think the audience are like, that's what I want to bring on. I really don't cover violence at all. Like, I never show fights on my show. Like, I don't like that aspect. I like to know what happened to the fight leading up. But I like to think like, dang, what would these people like to see? And that's how I determine my story.
So who is your target audience?
My target audience is everybody. But when I
don't be Darius. I told Darius that's not
no,
the target audience.
I'm for real. I'm targeting everybody. Like I done had Caucasian, Mexicans, all that on the show. But when I check my analytics, my following is 80% women, 20% men. You'll be surprised at the ages that watch, like 25 through 60. I done had people to call me and like tell me their grandma was like, I mean, y'all need to be quiet. My story about to come on. And they say, they hear my sound effects in the background and they go, look, she watching my show. Granted, mess herself. But
so you called yourself an investigative journalist. I felt that. How long does it take you to prepare for your show?
Sometimes it's on the fly, but when it's a big show, I like to have all my duckies in a row. Like when I'm pulling somebody out the closet, you know, so he getting exposed for being gay. I like to, because that can damage a lot. So I like to make sure everything is factual. So that's when I get into my mode. I got me a little secret database. I can pull up some information and tell you everything about yourself. So like that's when I really get into my bag. But some stories, you don't need 20 hours of investigating. You can figure that out in 10 minutes. Yep.
So earlier in the show, I think you said something like you compensate your guests for their stories.
Definitely.
Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to pay all your guests for their stories? Or are some people just doing it off the fact that if I bring the story to Tukay, 5,000 people gonna see it, 10,000 people gonna see it. It's gonna go live. It's gonna go viral. So what's the balance?
If they hit me up saying, Tukay, let's go on Reddit and tell my story. So that means that they looking for the clout. Not clout's used in such a negative connotation. You know, they want the exposure. So if they come to me like that, you know, they don't say anything about compensation. Okay, cool. But if I hit you up about your story, then I'm gonna compensate you. So it all depends who come to who first.
So what's the range? Because I got some people in Grand Rapids who might want to air some stuff out. So if they want to be guests on your show, like how much money could they make by selling their story to you?
Well, I'm maxing out at the most I ever paid was $250 for a story. And I paid by the 30 minutes. So I might say, hey, I give you 75 per 30 minutes. And you know, that's way more than what you making at your job. So like when people like, oh, you gonna have to give me money. No, listen, you make $10 out, cheap. I'm trying to give you $75 for 30 minutes. Be humble, come on. So I like to compensate my people the right way.
The next thing I want to talk to you about is the equipment needed to host your show. Because I mentioned that I normally tune in through Facebook Live. And if you tune in through Facebook Live, it's a whole production. There is a banner, there is logos, there's intro music. If you look at Tukay now, he's clearly in a studio. He has a professional microphone, there's a soundboard, comfortable chair, a little padding on the wall to provide some probably insulation so that his audio quality is crisp and clear. I want to talk about if a person wanted to create a high quality show similar to Talks with Tukay, an internet-based show, what do they need?
I ain't know it was high quality. Thank you. I'll tell you, if this right here, if you want this production, you got the Rodecaster Pro. Like this is the Megadon. Like I love this. Like this, my baby got sound effects and everything. It's everything right here. This
hit him with the sound effects. Hit him with a couple sound effects.
I don't want to play the wrong one. You know me. This my I can't play that, but
you can play it. You can play it.
Well, this is my signature sound effect right here. Oh shit! Oh shit! So if you hear that, but you messed up. Like this is things for to go left, and I got a lot of stuff right here. Like, but I love this board. I think I spent this the best $500 I ever spent in my life, and the second best $500 I spent was this mic, the Shure SM7B. This is the one that Darius was talking about, but he got the brother, and this is like the Megadon of podcasting mics. And I got a nice camera, got the Sony A7 III. And
so you're filming with a real camera. You're not using a webcam or a gaming cam. You're filming with a real camera.
One of these.
Wow.
So yeah, I got like a multi-camera setup. That's just like being fancy. Like I got like 4 different views I can go back and forth with.
And he does that on his show, y'all. That's why y'all got to tap into the show. He's giving you angles. It's not just one talking head. Sharing juicy content still, but it's not a talking head.
Yeah.
What else do you need?
That's really it. Oh, get the Mac Mini M1 chip, y'all. The Mac Mini. Y'all be surprised how cheap some of this stuff is, and don't think I'm balling. I went to the store for all this. A lot of this stuff came from Facebook Marketplace. Like, so you can get some of this stuff on a budget. You don't have to go break the bank to get this equipment. And that's really my essential components to doing this show. Everything I just named.
Talk to me about a laptop though. Do you use a laptop for any portion of your show?
Yes, I do. If I have to do on the fly research or I'm getting some breaking news, I be on here right here because it be so much going on right here. So
you're just a Mac guy over a PC guy or
over
a Microsoft guy.
I was a diehard Galaxy Windows type of guy, but now that I'm grown, it's so jittery. It's like, what in the world? And Apple is so smooth. So I had to convert over, and I'm happy with it now.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me about lights. Do you have some softbox lights, some ring lights? Is that just the lights that came with your house? Talk to me about your lighting setup.
I spent the most money on probably lights. I got soft boxes. I got lamp lights. I got background lights. I'm probably like $2,000 worth of lights.
Wow.
Like, easily. But you can have a poor camera, but if you light it up right, it'll make your camera look great. And that's what I wish I had learned before I started buying all these cameras, because I thought it was just like, oh, why I still look like this? It was the lighting.
I 100% agree, because some YouTubers create content directly from a cell phone, and not even a new cell phone, like an iPhone 11, an iPhone 10, but because they're filming in natural lighting, or because they have a really good softbox light setup, the quality is there, and you would never know.
Great.
So talk to me about the soundproofing on the walls. Where'd that come from? What's that?
Acoustic. So this makes sure, the sound don't bounce, and, it come back and hit the mic. So, when you pad it up, you pad the corners, and like if you in your house and you can start padding and you can clap, and if the echo don't come back real nasty, you're doing a great job.
So another thing I want to talk to you about is, what platform, software, or program are you using to host Talks with Tukay? Because I mentioned there's like a banner, there's a logo. He has a screen sharing option where he's pulling up pictures, he's pulling up text message conversations and all kinds of things. At the bottom of the screen, he's basically highlighting certain comments from people who are tuned into the show. So it seems like you have a lot of functionality with whatever programming you're using to host the show.
I'm using BeLive TV, and it's not even a hardware, it's a software. So you run it through their website, and it's super dope. It's not like OBS and Ecamm Live. I tried using them, and because I'm doing everything by myself, I need something that's real easy to use. So BeLive TV, man, they've been so great. It got me, now I can stream at Facebook. I can stream everything at the same time. So when I'm live on Facebook, I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on Twitch. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all looking for a program, and like that's the go-to. I promise you, it's worth every dollar they charge.
So is it like a one-time fee, or are you paying a monthly subscription for it?
I just get it out the way. I just paid I think it's like $350 a year, but it's like $40 a month. So you'll pay more if you do the monthly thing. So I just go ahead and get it out the way.
But when you see the production of your show, you're gonna be like, it's worth it. Like, you're gonna drop that real quick.
Yeah, and it's easy to learn. It's not like super complicated. So that's what's gonna get you like, dang, I can make my show look super professional for a super cheap price, and it's easy.
You use this software and you can go live on 5 different platforms. That's engaging 5 different audiences, or however many, he's tapped into. But yeah, that's, talk about saving time and being efficient and expanding your reach and audience. That's dope. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is kind of the viewers of your show, your audience and your guests. It's some messy people. People get real hot, hostile in their feelings. They in the comments talking crap about each other. They threatening the guests.
They threatening me.
Crap about, yes, you took it there, because that's exactly where I want to go. That's exactly where I want to go. What is the craziest thing a guest has ever said to you, or like a threat that they made against you?
I done had people say they gonna F my wife, they gonna hurt my mom. Like, I done heard it all at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done heard it all, but I know what comes with what I do.
Yes.
So I'm very aware, like, it is what it is, but it is. But things about my audience is, they hold me accountable. I'm not subjected from the scrutiny. Y'all, they will get on me too.
Yes.
They have. They will. I'm telling you.
They was on you this week. They were in the comments talking about how he can't read. He over here reading comments to support his story. They talk about Tukay. You can't read.
Listen, you hear? Hey, you know what? I'd have picked up some Hooked on Funnies books. I've been on it. Right? I like that though. I'm thick skinned, and you know they saying I can't read. I need to get better. This my audience. Let me get better for them.
Yeah, so that's part of the reason I asked you how much time you take to prepare for this. Because I mean, if you got 5 different stories you cover and you got to read through messages and messages, back and forth conversation, where half the time the people are speaking broken English. The people are not using proper spelling, grammar, or punctuation. So how do y'all expect this man to come on air and just be reading like he's delivering some dissertation?
Yeah,
how do y'all expect him to just be on point when he's reading broken messages to start with?
Yeah, so the Messy Monday it take 3 days to prepare for a Messy Monday because people is sending in the pictures, they sending in text messages. So like, it's just me. So I'm trying to scan, go through it. So a lot of it I can't prepare for. I just got to read it on the fly, and that's kind of why you said it right. It's hard, but they want better reading. Better reading is on the way. I'm coming with it. So I don't make no excuses.
I just want to say I loved your clapback. I saw it on Facebook today. He posted a picture of him in his cap and gown, like me with my college degree, responding to the comments that say I can't read. Like, this man graduated college. He's not just a random off the street. I mean, you could be random off the street and still educated and talented, but I'm just saying he has a degree too. So he said he unemployed, but he has a college degree. So, along with the crazy comments and stuff that you get from your viewers and guests, have you ever felt like your safety was really in jeopardy? Like, have you ever ran into one of these people on the street? Has anybody run up on you, pulled up to your house, did something crazy?
Yeah. I had to run. When it comes to like, I could tell when it's real versus when somebody just typing or they just trying to get back with me. So I done had to pull up on some people. Like, yes, I am a podcaster. Yes, I joke a lot. Yes, I'm friendly. No, I do not want no confrontations, but I am a man too. And people like, I look so small on camera because I'm always sitting down. So when you see me in person, it's like, uh-oh. You know, I'm a little bigger than what you think I am.
How big are you? Are you like 6 feet?
Yeah, about 6 even, just 6 even. I do a little bit in the gym too. So
you look like it. It looks like it might be some muscles up under that hoodie.
It might be, but I had to pull up on some people, and I got that on video too. He ran on camera, so that was also some great content.
All right, so let's transition. Your show is growing consistently and organically. You got a good thing going. So when we talk about Facebook Live, in the beginning, he kind of starts out by saying, tag your best friend or make sure you share this and things like that. So I'm sure that's helping to expand your reach. But how do you grow your show?
Like you said, organically. If I keep in contact and keep a great post on my audience, of course you want to share what's good for you. If you think it's entertaining, you want to tag your mama, your friend, your grandma, and you want them to come enjoy something too, because it's for free at the end of the day. And that's really how it's growing. And I'm just trying to reach out. I'm buying billboards. I'm putting them in different cities. So, I'm doing the work on the back end, but it's paying off.
You are the first person that I've interviewed who said they bought a billboard. Congratulations on that. You are not playing. What is your best tip for marketing? For someone who has an online show, what's your best marketing tip?
My best marketing tip is what I've been saying all day. Please be engaged with the people who watch you. Like 5 months ago, I had a consistent 30 viewers, but I pandered to the 30 viewers. They brought 30 more. Them 30 brought another 30 more, and it just started to grow exponentially. So know the type of content that they want to see, because content is king. And never fall in love with the trap that your supporters love you. They don't. They love the content. So don't get too involved with them, like romantically or emotionally. Know that they want content. And if you can't give them content, they're going to go to somebody else who can. And I just try to make sure they don't go to nobody else.
That's a good point. So you want to keep your audience engaged with your content and on your channel and all of your platforms, right? So how often do you recommend a person post this content? Like, should they be posting twice a week, 3 times a week? How often
Man,
do you recommend people post?
I wish I could do it every day, but it gets draining. So I say do what you can handle. I say at least 3 times a week in 7 days. So three, that feel like half. So try to take the Saturday off, because to me, Saturday content on Saturday feels sluggish. If you can, what'll help your supporters? They like 30 minutes. They love 30 minutes, because when they see that, they can like, okay, I can eat that. But they see that hour, it might deter them. But it's a hard thing, because the people on live, they want you to go live for an hour because they stuck in the moment. But you as a creator, you got to think about the people that's not here. Do they want to watch an hour video, or should you just break it up into 30s? And that's what I like to do. I like to keep it at 30 minutes and then start another one if I can. But I hate doing the hour thing because people don't watch it all the way through.
I'm very happy you brought that up because that was definitely one of my questions for you. I am trying to find that sweet spot with all of my channels. Should it be 30 minutes? Should it be 60 minutes? Just granted that this show is on YouTube and people are only going to watch half anyway. So I'm like, okay, if I post an hour show, they're going to watch 30 minutes of it, which is the goal anyway. So my next thing I want to ask is about, like, what platforms are the most engaging?
I'm going with Facebook. I know Facebook gets such a bad rap just for being Facebook. It's so local that it's like, you try to do new stuff and venture out, like, but Facebook has always treated me right. I used to neglect Facebook, and I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry about that. But Facebook is what it's 8 billion people in this world, and 3 billion people are on Facebook. So don't forget that.
Another thing about Facebook is that Tukay does this thing where he is always telling his audience to be sensitive to what you put in that comment box, because Mark is here sipping his water.
Just like that.
Just like that, literally reading your comments and waiting to block you, waiting to suspend your account. So be cautious of what you put in the comments. So I like that, because you don't try to provoke your viewers to be violent or aggressive or anything like that. You really just want to entertain people, and that's clear.
I do what I'm doing for free, but now I'm getting paid for it. But now I would have been doing it with or without money. I absolutely love what I do. Like, I love this podcast and stuff. I like entertaining. That always been my life goal. Like, before this, I was doing party promoting. Like, I was hosting big, huge events in Hawaii. That was dope. So I love people, though. Like, people are always gonna be my passion. I'm always gonna be doing something with people, bro. Always.
Let's talk about the money. Some people tune into this video because they want to learn how to make money from having a podcast or from having an online show. What platform generates the most money for you?
Right now it's Facebook. YouTube, they just changed a lot of rules on YouTube. And I'm not liking it at all, because what they doing is, like, they rating your content on YouTube and let you know is you promotable to advertisers. But in reality, they still running your ads, but they giving you less money because you quote unquote not promotable. When the ads don't care what it is, as long as it's being seen. So what I think YouTube is doing is keeping a lot of the revenue while only giving me pennies. So I still got it up there for my supporters that watch me on YouTube, but Facebook, they pay me every dime that I work for. And that's what I like about it. That's a lot of dimes.
That's a lot of dimes. I love it. Okay, so with Facebook, are they paying you once a month? Are they paying you per episode? Like, how consistently is the checks coming in from Facebook?
Well, they pay per episode, of course, with the advertising dollars. And then they also give out little great bonuses that they like to do. They have bonus programs. And you do get paid once a month on the 21st through the 26th, somewhere else in there. And it'd be pretty generous.
Want to give us a range about how much a person could make with Facebook?
On average, I want to say I make probably 100 a show on advertisement. And then my supporters, they donate me stars. And then I got subscriptions, like they pay $4.99 a month for. These last 2 months, I say this, I done did 10K in the last 2 months. And that's not including a lot of stuff. But
that's an exclusive. I was not expecting all that. This man done gave the Currency Club an exclusive. This man said he made $10,000 off a Facebook Live show.
Yeah.
That's money. That's money.
It's decent.
Okay. So Facebook is paying you based on the ads that they're putting on your content,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
then you also do ads. Like when I watch your shows, sometimes you'll plug like two or three businesses. So I imagine that's money on the side that you're
Uh-huh.
making, right?
Yes, ma'am. I hate charging my supporters, but I get it. I get what they're trying to do, but I really hate charging the people. Like I want to get all my money straight from Mark, like give it here. But like when I have to charge people, like it kind of like break me a little bit because I don't like doing it. But it's necessary and to keep a lot of the fluff from coming to me, like people who don't take it serious. So I use that to determine who for real, but I almost always get them way more than what they ask for.
Okay, so I'm asking for myself. I have a clothing line. My clothing line is called
Okay.
Dress Code 187. It's
Okay.
streetwear inspired by urban culture. This is actually one of my best selling t-shirts for women. So it's
I
a
like
really cool
that shirt.
shirt. Thank you. It just says unapologetic. Thought it was appropriate for your show because you really don't care what the content you be putting out, right? So if I wanted like a sponsor ad on Talks with Tukay, how much would that cost me?
We're gonna have to talk off air.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Because your numbers might be your numbers won't be they numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay.
But for the random person that you never met in real life who just want to do some promo on your show, like, are we talking $50, $100?
Yeah. So like I said, I try to keep it real cheap, like for the people because I understand what they're trying to do. So like for a peak spot right now today price is not yesterday price. Right now
you a businessman, you a hustler. I can't wait to play the game with you. Okay.
So probably I charge for a peak spot. I'm charging 60. And that's probably 3,000 live viewers. The replay value gonna be off the chart. Over 20,000 people gonna see it. And I know this is extremely cheap. So I'm telling y'all this because I want y'all to really know I really don't want to charge you this. But just to keep it business and professional and to weed out the people that's not serious, I have to charge something. So that's it. And in the beginning slide, I charge 30. Like for like when the people funneling in, I shot it out there.
So what are the Facebook requirements to make money?
First of all, you got to switch from a profile to a page. You got to do that first, and then there's 10,000 subs on there, and
10,000 subs or followers?
10,000 followers. I'm sorry,
like people who have liked the page. Like is that considered?
And they make it real easy to do because just the like. So 10,000 likes, and 600,000 minutes, and I know it sounds like a lot, but I set a goal for 3 months and I think I did it in 2. So it's very doable. Like, do not sleep on yourself. I promise you, like, the minutes start going fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that probably comes with consistency. Like you said, you need to be posting 2 to 3 times a week. So if you have more content, at least 30-minute shows or hour shows, if you're doing a live video, I could see you easily getting that content, especially with the likes and shares. Okay, so talk to me about the paid subscription because YouTube has that feature too. Talk to me about how that works on Facebook. People pay $4.99 a month, I think you said?
Yes, ma'am. $4.99.
And what are they getting? What am I getting for this?
They getting that extra. So, when I'm in the show, I'm going through the text messages. Most time I'm going through real fast. Now I get the people an opportunity to screenshot or go back and watch it. But for my subscribers, I'm for to send them all this. I'm gonna send them the videos. I'm gonna send them exclusive messages from me. I'm gonna let them know, hey y'all, I think we got a story. Y'all stay tuned. They the first to know everything. So it's like me and my personal relationship with them. It's 52 of them right now. See, that's how personal it is. I know all 52 of their names, but I'm lying about that. So
But you are taking this relationship building to another level, and I love to see it. That's something I aspire to do too with the Currency Club. So I love that. The next thing I want to do is play a game with you. We just talked about the money. You were very transparent. So I got a game. It's called I'm a Hustler.
Okay.
What is the craziest thing you've ever done for money?
Join the army.
How did that go? Did you finish? Did you get discharged? Honorably discharged?
No, I finished my contract. I did. I'm obligated. I did what I had to do. I got out.
So say you needed to come up with $10,000 in 2 days, 48 hours. How would you come up with that money? You clearly a hustler. You getting plenty of money just from your show, and you say you unemployed, right?
I asked you to borrow. I asked to borrow from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what if I wasn't here? Thanks. I got it. But what if I wasn't here? How you gonna come up with the money?
I'm playing on people like I always do. I built a lot of great relationships. I feel like I know some people I can go to for $10,000.
Okay.
So yeah, the relationships is key.
So now I want to switch back and talk about your show. What are some of the challenges with hosting an online show?
Everything is live, so that's a huge challenge. And then I gotta stay clean. Like, you gotta understand I have oppositions. I done ruffled a couple feathers, so I gotta be on my toes. I can't be out here cheating because I know I'm gonna have to put myself on the show. So I gotta be clean. And that's one of the toughest things. Not the cheating part, but in any aspect. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be clean, and that's hard.
Okay, so what are some of the kind of behind the scenes things that you do to have a successful show that other people may not be aware of?
Always working. Always. I'm always looking for stories. Always looking for ways I can improve. Always taking criticism, trying to build with it. My wife could tell you, like, I'm always on this laptop. It's a never-ending job, but it's not a job. I love it, but sometimes it takes away from people who want you, like the family, my daughters, and I just get so lost into it and trying to please others that it can be like real time consuming.
All right, so if you want a successful online show, prepare to always be working.
Yeah, I mean, but if you want working, she'll leave you, and then you'll be looking for work anyway. So. Work.
Anything else?
Challenges. Money, man. It's hard to come about. It's hard to come by money, and because a lot of people don't see what you see. But don't give up on yourself. If this is what you love and this is what you want to do, it's gonna come. Just stay down and just keep doing what you do. Yeah.
So what sets your show apart from all the other online shows, from all the other YouTube channels, from all the other podcasts?
Money.
The money?
The money.
What, the fact that you're getting paid a lot of money or something else?
No, I put the money that I didn't have into the production. So now it's easy to look at. It's easy to listen to. It looked like, oh, what he doing? And now they get to see something consistently. So just because I spent the money, people think it's bigger than what it is when it wasn't. I invested in myself, and in the people, when you invest into yourself, they gonna understand, like, oh, okay, I see what he's doing. Even if you're not doing it, it looked like you're doing it. And the money always gonna set you apart. So don't be scared to, like, trust me, I didn't have a car for a year because of this. I ain't have a car for a year. Every dime I was getting, I was putting right into this. My wife didn't understand it. She was mad. I'm like, it's gonna pay off. Don't worry about it. Try telling her that we ain't got no car. We Ubering everywhere.
You got to make sacrifices. Sometimes it's a dream that only you can see. It's a dream. It's a vision. It's a plan. Like, you got this big goal. Sometimes you're the only person who can see it. And you got to make those sacrifices up front so that it can pay off later.
That's so exclusive. A lot of people didn't know I ain't have a car too. Like, I was carless.
Man, we got to invite you back. You dropping so many gems and exclusives. Yeah, we got to have you back. Yeah. Your viewers gonna be watching my show, learning more about you than they've ever known.
They gonna bring it. Tukay, you ain't had no car.
You gonna say, but look what I got now.
Yeah, I got some painful out there now, but it's cool.
So then, when you talk about investing money, first off, I like that you said you invested in yourself. You put the money up. You bought the $5,000 lights. You bought the $500 microphone. You built out this studio in your house. I assume it's in your house.
My garage.
Oh, okay. That's even better. In your garage. So you built out a full studio and it looks professional. Some people, when they start a business, they want to ask other people for help. They want to either go get a loan or they want to ask for handouts. And I mean, if that's your only route to get it done, don't be afraid to ask for help. But at the same time, to me, you're more serious about it if you're taking money out your own pocket.
Yeah,
you figuring out a way out of no way on your own first to show, look what I sacrificed, look what I invested. You know, I feel like other people are more inclined to support you when you put it up yourself.
And that's why a lot of
did everything.
That's why a lot of these PPP boutiques didn't last, because they was getting this money, free money essentially, and it wasn't the last dollar. So they didn't care about the money as much as they would have if it was their last dollar. So a lot of it went like, okay, whatever. I don't got you. It was free money, whatever. I was taking a chance. I was trying to see. But like when it's that last dollar, man, you trying to make this work. You know what I'm saying? And like I put a lot of last dollars, a lot of last dollars came on my pocket for this. But now I treat it like my baby, and I'm reaping the rewards for it now.
So talking about your brand, I see the microphone is branded. You got the logo on the microphone. You got your hoodie on with your logo. Talks with Tukay. Who came up with your logo? Did you pay somebody for that, or did you make it yourself?
Yeah, I try to pay everybody for everything so they can't come back and get it. Jay Daniels, shout out to Jay Daniels. He made my logo. I ordered this mic. It's called a mic flag. Shout out to Never Satisfied too. They my partners, man. And they did this, I think, for like $50.
I need that. I need a coffee mug with my logo on it. I need something that say Currency Club. So
they got all that. They got coffee cups, all that. Yeah, you be straight. I get you right.
I'm trying to take my channel to the next level too. I'm trying to be like you in that aspect.
Hey man, so, you down?
So send me the links. Send me the links. So now I want to transition into a game that I call For the Culture. You just did a couple shout outs, which was cool, but who is your favorite podcaster, or like what is your favorite show made by a person of color?
Man, okay. Well, we're taking Joe Rogan out. I like Joe, but we can't talk about it. And I like Joe Budden. I like Rory and Mal. Of course, I'm watching The Jungle Is Hell. Like, I don't know why, like, they not super huge right now. But when people catch on, they gonna be mad they waited so late to catch on. I know.
You know what I noticed? Nobody ever says women. Are there not women in this lane? Because how come nobody's favorite podcast is created by a woman?
Okay, so scientifically proven. Like, let me pull out my degree, because I had to do some research on this. So women speak in a tone of 3K. Okay, so what that does to the brain, that frequency, it's a sharp sound, so it cuts the brain. Okay, it cuts. So men speak in a frequency of 8K. It's real dull. It lays. So technically speaking, men is easier to listen to versus women. So like that's why when y'all nagging, it hurt extra bad because the frequency cut through our brain. Women talk about a lot of stuff that not appealing. Like men always talk about women. We know that. That's all men podcasts are when you break it down. Us talking about women. But women, they'll get to talking about mental health and all that. And I just don't think them categories are appealing on the regular.
That's fine. Thank you for sharing. You ain't got to be sorry. Educate me. Educate the viewers. This is stuff I need to know.
I'm going to take my favorite show is Insecure. If you can get that on a podcast level, them conversations, because we know it's happening. And the fact that a lot of women not talking about it, it's like it's fake. It's not authentic. So we know it's happening. Why ain't nobody speaking about it? So do we want to hear about it from y'all perspective too? So
okay, so what is your favorite TV show or movie with a predominantly Black cast? Is it Insecure or is it something else?
I want to say Insecure, but man, I can't go away from Power right now. I can't go away from Power right now. Shout out to Tyreek. He just did the 3-peat. Diane, Effie, and Lauren. Ghost would have been so proud of him if he didn't kill him.
He taught him the way.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so what is your favorite Black-owned business?
I like Duke's Kitchen in Dallas.
What type of food they sell?
Soul food, of course. Yeah, super good. He's super professional about his business. And so I love his restaurant.
You ever been to Taste Bar and Kitchen in Houston?
Nah, I never been to Houston.
This is some of the best soul food I ever had. You might want to make that drive or catch that flight.
Might have to pull up, man. We're going to have to do an in-stream pod, man.
So I'm really coming to the end of the show. You were very efficient. Like, on top of this, it's been less than an hour.
For real?
And I cover everything I want to cover. You are good. Like, you are probably the best guest I've ever had. Everybody's good. But
hey, you hear that, Darius and man?
I was going to edit that out.
Nah, keep that. They need to hear that.
All right. Yeah, the best guest I've had in the sense that you speak in a very efficient way. You speak in a very efficient way where some people do a lot of mumbling, and some people just kind of drag it out. And that's just the way they talk, which is not bad, but you just speak in a very efficient way.
I was super excited to do this. Like, I dead ass been waiting on this since I seen your interview. I was sort of reach out to you about coming on the show. What? You reached out to me about 10 minutes right before I could ask. And bro, I was super excited for this.
That like literally made my night. I'm over here smiling from ear to ear.
Nah, G, for real. Like, I seen how you conduct your business in your interviews. I want to be a part of it. Like, that's dope to me.
I wanted to come to you, but I said, I got to get my stuff together. I don't know him in real life. I got to film some content. I got to give him some examples, like something he could reference and look at before I just invite him to be a guest on the show.
Yeah.
Because the first guests, they were amazing, but it's people that I had relationships with in real life.
Right.
Like you said, I'm also very relationship oriented. So I just thought about, like, who's in my own network, who's doing good stuff, who's consistent, who is on a game, is willing to share with other people. So, yes.
Yeah, I would have did it off of Darius and Mel alone, but no, it would have been you to mess that up. So,
okay.
But nah, you've been great, man. I can't wait to see you prosper because I know it's coming.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So just kind of wrapping up the show, let's leave the viewers with some inspiration. Leave them with a motivational message. Oh, no, before I get to that, I'm sorry. I'm trying to end my show too soon. Look. What is your biggest accomplishment with Talks with Tukay?
Getting on this show.
Yeah, right? You play too much.
Getting on this show, man.
Why? Little old me. Little old currency club.
Hey, this is a big thing, bro. I see it flourishing. I'm telling you. Getting on the show.
Simple enough. Another thing I like to talk about is music, because you used to do music. You're a podcaster. You very tapped into the internet and the culture. So when you're feeling down, what is one song or album or artist that you listen to that instantly puts you in a good mood?
Oh, man. I'm rocking with... Man, you talking music, man. I like some Janae Key. That's what I call her. I can't say her name.
Janae, I think her name is, you're saying Janae Aiko?
Janae Aiko.
I think. I mess her last name.
I think that's right. Okay. Johnny Cinco always put me where I need to be. I listen to Kanye when I'm down.
Which album or song?
What? Oh, right. We can go back. A lot of people say College Dropout his best album. No, to me, it's Late Registration. But I listen to all of them. Like, I love Kanye. Because his arrogance, like, I like how arrogant he is because he put that work in. My favorite basketball player was Kobe. He was super arrogant, but I feel like you can be when you put that work in. So, like, they motivate me.
Put the work in and get the results and have the results to show people.
Remember that number 2 is just the first loser. So I always strive to be first. And, you know, if you land at number 2, that's a good spot. But remember, that is the first loser. So go for number 1, man.
Well, this was amazing. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to visit the Currency Club, share your knowledge, wisdom, and insights about what it takes to start and host a successful internet-based show. I want to encourage everybody to check out his show. Follow him on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We're going to drop all that information in the description box below. Definitely tap in for entertaining and controversial content. And hit that subscribe button to join the club.
Hey, shout out to the Currency Club.